Hey guys, Spiritual Wondress, coming to you to have more real talk and kind of let you guys in currently on what my internal dialogue is and what I am having to be my own cheerleader on, which I've talked about that before, how important it is for us to be our number one advocate and number one fan and our number one cheerleader. And what I mean by that, guys, is that so often in our journey, especially when we start to own our purpose and shine our light in a very unique, authentic way. At the very beginning of our, getting our name out there, our story out there, all of that. So often you will find that people cannot see your vision just yet. They will try to persuade you how you're going about it is the wrong way. Unbeknownst to them, while this is coming from a place of wanting to help, right? And unbeknownst to them, that you are working alongside with the divine and why you're doing what you're doing. There is a purpose, a divine purpose. You're in your North Node. But it's hence not their North Node, so they can't quite grasp it like you can and like the divine can. It is so crucial for you guys to not let others' opinions deter you from what naturally feels like your purpose and what's right to you. So often you're going to encounter a lot of criticism, a lot of people trying to dissuade you from your current path, not necessarily out of harm, a lot of the times out of help. But it does end up harming us because it ends up us taking that as criticism and not pursuing our path as vigilantly as we have been, right? It is so important to hear what people are saying, to take it in, digest it, if it needs to be applied to your life. Like, we all have work to do, guys. Work is never ending in this growth journey of spiritual awakening. If it can impact your life in a positive way and you can use it to better yourself, take that information in. But also, you got to get to a point in using your voice, standing in your power, standing in your truth, and being so vigilant in that regard that nothing can really deter you from the path that you're forging ahead. So often, us chosen ones, we're not meant to follow a certain path. We're meant to forge our own path in this world. And to the people that follow paths that have already been forged, the trailblazer, the one forging their own path, often people will try to say you're going to get lost. Don't do it. Follow this path. I'm here to remind you that as a chosen one, you're not meant to follow paths. You're meant to create new paths for the younger generations to come, so they can forge new paths for their younger generation to come. And you see how this goes on in the cycle of evolution. Just like every boundary in life, in growth, success, all of that, you have to push beyond your boundaries to experience that growth. And it's uncomfortable. You won't always have a blueprint. You gotta have faith, though. You gotta know so much in yourself and in your truth and in your voice and your path you're working with the divine, that partnership, right? You gotta believe in it so much and in yourself, and that the divine will lead you how you need to go, and to not let other people deter you from your purpose, your North Node. To believe in yourself, to be your own cheerleader, to be okay with you're not always going to have validation, to be okay with you're not always going to have people understand your journey. It's not for them to understand, it's for you to understand. Let me make that part clear. But also, guys, to always take everything you hear with a grain of salt. We have to take that stuff in to a degree because it can actually help us along our path and guide us. But we shouldn't let it deter us from what is natural to us, because what is in flow and natural to us is a sign that we're meant to be doing it. So if you're here speaking your truth like me, right? Let's say there's other truths, whistleblowers, truth speakers, all of that are out there that are bringing awareness to what they went through, and then also the powers and principalities, secret societies, all of that we're up against. It takes more than one voice, guys. It's going to take so many people coming forward and giving their testimony that people are going to have no choice but to believe this stuff is actually happening. Because reality is so stranger than fiction. Like, the true reality it's sci-fi. It's not even, people can't grasp their head around it until they've actually lived it. And so it's so important for people to own their truth and speak it. And if you are one of us that are here speaking it, and people are like, but you're getting nowhere, the corporations and organizations you're up against are just way too powerful, you're doing nothing. They're not seeing from the perspective that you and the divine are working from, right? And sometimes, guys, it's just using our voice may influence just one person. But that one person is the one who's going to influence millions with their voice and their testimony and their story. So even if some of us are speaking our truth and it may look like very little impact, please know, don't let people deter you that you're doing something wrong. If it feels naturally inherent and right to you, and like you at times even want to give up the path that you're on, but you wake up the next day and you're back on it like it's natural, that's for a reason. That's a divine purpose. You working hand in hand with the divine. So just wanted to kind of let you guys in on something I myself have to remind myself, and just have more real talk along this journey and what it's like and what you will encounter, and the importance of believing in yourself and your mission. Because when you have that faith in yourself and the divine, you won't need outside validation. You really won't. You'll appreciate attempts at helping and appreciate bonds of friendship and stuff like that, but be okay with people not seeing your vision. Be okay with that. As long as you see your vision, that's all that matters. So, Spiritual Wanderess coming to you to remind you to keep pushing forward, keep remaining strong, and keep doing you, chosen one. Together, as a collective, we got this.